From the campus of Stevens Point, Pacelli, the Student Activity Center. Tonight we broadcast live boys non-conference basketball as the number 5 ranked team in the state, the Columbus Catholic Dons, take on the Stevens Point Pacelli boys basketball here in Stevens Point. Good evening, basketball fans. Our Auto Select pregame show. Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services. Locations on Church Street, Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, and Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Two teams that have had interesting seasons. The Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals, 4-6 overall, but they are the leaders of the Central Wisconsin Conference. They are 4-0 in conference play. The Columbus Dons, they come in with a 7-2 mark, but they too are undefeated in conference play. They are 4-0 on the season in the Clover Belt Conference. Always a good matchup between these two former WIAA rivals when they used to lock horns back in the day, prior to being a part of the WIAA, so it should be interesting to see here tonight. It's the Cardinals, it's the Dons. We're back with more of our Auto Select pregame show. After a minute timeout, you're watching Pacelli boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
And we're back out at the Student Activity Center, a few minutes away from the opening tip-off this evening as the Columbus Dons get ready to take on the Pacelli Cardinals in what should be an exciting non-conference basketball matchup here tonight. The Dons, they come in winners of 2 straight. They've defeated Colby and Auburndale in successive games. That was after they lost their only 2 games of the season to Living Word Lutheran and to Iola Scandinavia. The Cardinals, they come into this evening. They defeated Pittsville the other night on the road, 65-57. That snapped a 3-game losing streak in which the Cardinals had fallen to Amherst, Auburndale, and Marathon. Players to watch this evening include, for the Dons, it's their senior point guard, Mac Konitsky. The coach's son is a dynamite player, definitely one to watch here tonight. He will be wearing number 1, and also Ben Weiland wearing number 12, averaging 14 points per game. Him and Konitsky combining for nearly 32 points per game between the two, so they definitely are the dynamic duo for the Marshfield Columbus Dons. For the Cardinals, they are led by a pair of juniors, that being Jake Williams. He wears number 12. He averages 10.4 points per game. And there's junior Bryce Flaker. He wears number 24. He averages 8 points per game. Big thing for the Cardinals in this contest here tonight is how do you contain this Dons offense? They come in averaging 65 points per game, and they only give up 44 points per game. Cardinals, they're used to playing more of a slower down style here this season. Don't quite have the run and shoot players that they've had in the past, but they've definitely done some nice adjustments to become undefeated in conference. Cardinals averaging 43 points per game on the season. So it could be a defensive battle here tonight if the Cardinals want to be able to stick with the Marshfield Columbus Dons. We will take our final timeout on the Auto Select pregame show. We'll come back with the starting lineups, the opening tip. You're watching high school boys basketball from Zaleski Sports.
Please let your good sportsmanship show during tonight's game. Pacelli, Columbus, and the WIAA, thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Lord, we ask for guidance and blessings on tonight's game. The players, coaching staffs, officials, and fans, help us to be humble in victory, gracious in defeat, and remember that all of our abilities are a gift from you. And when the game is done, grant safe travel home to all. To honor America and those defending our freedoms, we ask those to please remain standing. Remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our Now, let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First, for the Dons of Columbus Catholic High School. Number 1, Pat Pacelli. Number 3,
And we welcome you back out to the Student Activity Center. A.J. Ligman here with you this evening. Angelica is our on-site studio engineer as we're getting ready to bring you non-conference basketball action between the Pacelli Cardinals and the Marshfield Columbus Dons. The starting lineups first for the Cardinals of Pacelli. They'll go with that one guard, a 5'7" junior, Jaden Garski, joined in the backcourt by 6'2" junior Jake Williams. Up front for the Cardinals, they'll go with 6' junior Harrison Vogel. He'll be joined by fellow junior 5'11" Bryce Flaker, and rounding out the starting lineup will be a 6'4" sophomore Crew Rebels. Head coach is Mr. John Shirk for the Columbus Dons. At guard will be senior Matt Konitschke. He'll be joined in the backcourt by senior Cade Jansen. Up front will be junior Ben Weiland, joined up front by senior Caleb Hilgeman, and rounding out the starting lineup will be center Carter Summer. Head coach is Mr. Joe Konitschke. And we are ready for action. Opening tip is going to be controlled by the Dons of Marshfield Columbus. Wearing their gray uniforms with their white numerals. Into the front court come the Dons. That is Cade Jansen. Works it around the perimeter to Konitschke. Cardinals in man-to-man defense to start the game here tonight. Summer, 2 dribbles inside, kicks it out. Konitschke around a defender, cycles it back out down to Ben Weiland. Just underway from the Student Activity Center. Now Konitschke, top of the key, gave it up to Summer. Summer now left wing. Screen there. Weiland comes off of it. Weiland pounds the dribble. Cut off there by Flaker. Now Konitschke, dribble drive down the lane, dishes. Summer, wide open, 3 is good. Carter Summer from downtown for 3. And the Dons take the early 3-0 lead. Not somebody you would assume would be the outside shooter, but right there, Summer for 3. Konitschke the assist. Cardinals the other way. Rebels into the front court. First possession of the game for Pacelli. Williams pounds the dribble. Trying to go baseline, cut off there by Konitschke. Dons also in man-to-man defense. Here's a 3 for Flaker from the corner. That is Bryce Flaker for 3. And we are tied at 3 apiece. Net gets caught up in the rim, so they will get that cleared up there. And hot shooting to start this one here tonight. Both teams exchanging 3-pointers. Cardinals now show full court pressure. Trying to see if they could speed up the Dons. Into the front court now is Hilgeman. They get it outside to Konitschke. Konitschke gives it up to Summer. Summer dribble drive, pull up 5-footers, heavy off the rim. Battle for the board. Hilgeman rips it away there. He gets it out to Jansen. Inside Summer, outside Konitschke. 3 is good. Boy, solid team basketball there by the Dons. Nearly everybody touching the ball, and it results in a 3-point bucket. Dons up by a 3-point field goal. Rebels hard to the rack, goes up and scores. Crew Rebels for 2. Nice reverse layup there as Rebels got the baseline and went up and scored. 1-point advantage for the Dons. Into the front court now, 3-pointer. Weiland is long. Summer corrals the board, trying to bounce it off a defender. Cardinals, good job to avoid it. Williams the other way. Gets it up to Rebels. Rebels gives it back out. Williams, open 3 around the rim, no good. Good look there by the Cardinals, couldn't get it down. Now a steal by Williams. Williams up the court for the Cardinals. 1-on-3, he comes, he'll slow it down, waiting for his teammates. Got it to Flaker. He'll step into a 3, that comes up short. Rebound secured by Summer. Boy, fast and furious here in Stevens Point, as it's a 6-5 ball game in favor of Columbus. Konitschke uses the screen out top. He gets the ball back out top, gives it to Summer. Summer guarded by Vogel. Now they'll work it back to the right side. Konitschke holding, looking, pressured by Williams. He'll put it into the corner now. Cade Jansen. Jansen in deep for Summer. Summer skips it out. Konitschke open 3 is good. Oh, man. When Matt Konitschke's on, it could be a really long night, and he's hit his first 2 shots here tonight. 9-5 in favor of the Columbus Dons. Garski into the front court. Garski out top, pressured by Jansen. Gave it up to Rebels. Rebels checked there by Hilgeman. Rebels picked up the dribble. Hilgeman then took it away, but they're going to say he raked the arms first, and we have our first foul of the game contest. Caleb Hilgeman, his first, team foul number 1. Just underway, we appreciate Auto Select, our pregame show sponsor, and all the fine sponsors of high school sports on Zaleski Sports. Now into the front court come the Cardinals. Garski pressured there by Jansen. Gives it up to Williams. Williams dribble drive, flying right-hand shot. A little too heavy off the rim, boarded by Summer. Something the Cardinals are going to have to do is crash the offensive boards. This Don's team, they got some stout individuals inside they're going to have to contest with tonight. Konechki worked it to the corner to Weiland. Weiland kicks it back out top. Inside, Hilgeman goes up and is fouled. Rebels did get the block, but he also hit him with the body underneath, and it'll result in free throws for the Dons, Caleb Hilgeman. Hilgeman steps to the Serve Pro free throw line, and he banks in the first. He will shoot once more. 10-5 Dons. They've doubled up the Cardinals here in the early going. 14:09 remaining in this first half of play. Second one goes in and out, and it's boarded by the Cardinals. Williams into the front court. Dons took the JV game 41-32. Williams gives it up to Flaker. Flaker cycles it over to Williams. Williams back across to Vogel. Vogel, a ball fake dribble drive in the lane, dishes. Flaker from 15. That's off the rim, no good. Hilgeman gets it out to Summer. Summer ahead to Konechki into the front court. Konechki swings it to the wing to Summer. Summer ducks the shoulder, goes over the top, gets it inside. Hilgeman's going to score it, and a foul. Well, the Cardinals unable to keep Hilgeman off the box, and he beats him inside. The bucket is good. The foul is on Vogel, and Hilgeman back to the Serve Pro free throw line. On Vogel, that's going to be his first, team foul number 1. 12-5 your score. 13:33 remaining in this first half. Free throw is good by Hilgeman. He has 4. 8-point deficit for Pacelli. 13.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Garski now pressured in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Flaker. Flaker then traveled with the ball. Tried to make a move through the double team and turned it over. It's going to be Don's basketball on the sideline. Summer to inbound here. Gets the ball into Jansen. Ball now walked into the front court by Jansen. Got it to Summer. Summer off a Hilgeman screen. Looked inside, nowhere to go. Now they get it inside. Hilgeman, triple team. Gets it back out now to Weiland. They work it around the perimeter to Summer. Summer dribble drive. In the lane, gives it up. Konechki, ball fake, dribble drive. Good defense by Williams to cut him off. Now Weiland circles it back right side for Wolf. Ball lost. Hilgeman, though, retrieves down low, gets it outside. Summer, a ball fake down the lane, up and under, dishes. Jansen, 3 is short. Rebound battled for and secured by Garski. A good block out by the Cardinals there as the Dons were crashing the boards. Now Rebels into the front court. Rebels dribble drive, cut off there. Needs some help, gave it up to Garski. Garski gets a high ball screen from Rebels. Back right side, Williams. Here's Flaker for 3, and he banks it in. Well, the banks are open sometimes after 7 p.m. on a Monday, and Mr. Flaker takes advantage of it. 13-8, Cardinals down 5. Here's a 3 at the other end, no good. Weiland. Konechki, the weak side board bucket is good. Mac Konechki up to 8, and the Don lead back to 7. Flaker gets the ball ahead to Garski. Garski into the front court. He'll hoist a 3. That comes off the rim, no good. And it's boarded by Hilgeman. Hilgeman's a load on the inside. Very strong, broad-shouldered individual. Now Konechki gets it over to Summer. Summer tries to go baseline on Williams. Good job by Williams to turn him astray there. Now Jansen down the lane. Kicks it out to Weiland. Subs for Columbus waiting at the table to come in next. Konechki inside. Hilgeman misses it, but he'll go to the free throw line here. Cardinals just don't have anybody that can match up with them, and that's what's going to make it tough. if they cannot keep the ball out of the post. Caleb Hilgeman back to the charity stripe. Serve Pro free throw line. He's 2 out of 3 thus far and makes his next one. Hilgeman now up to 5. Subs for the Dons. They bring in Ray Becker. Also into the game will be Elijah Wolf. And the third sub waiting will be for the shooters, should he make it. Hilgeman in the air, no good. Rebound battled for. It's secured by Garski. Into the front court, gives it to Flaker. Scored and a foul. Good effort there by Bryce Flaker. Went hard to the hoop, is fouled by Hilgeman, who picks up his second. And that is the second on the Dons. Maybe a break for the Cardinals with Hilgeman having to go to the bench with 2. Flaker at the Serve Pro free throw line. Eyes the bucket in the air. Off the rim, no good. Wolf skies for the rebound. Wolf not even in the starting lineup, is the third leading scorer for this Don squad. Now Becker gets it out to Konechny. He'll throw the pass inside, goes to the floor. It is now going to be tied up, and we'll have a held ball. Possession arrow will go to the Cardinals. Our game broadcast brought to you in part by the Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options. Rock and Roll Cafe, breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch, only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. 30-second timeout. Pacelli will take one with them. You're watching boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Scoring fast and furious early in this one. Back out at Stevens Point. Pacelli trailing the Columbus Dons by a score of 16-10. We're out of a 30-second Pacelli timeout. Cardinals with the basketball. Garski to Williams. Williams brings the ball out to the timeline. 2-3 zone being shown by the Dons now. They get it inside. Flaker, and he goes up and scores. Well, Flaker has started out hot for Pacelli here tonight. He's got 10 of their 12 points. Now Becker into the front court. Becker down the lane, kicks it out. Wolf, wide open, 3 off the rim, no good. Battle for the board, it comes out to Konechny. He'll pull up for a long 3, and that is good. Matt Konechny for 3. He has 11. 19-12 your score. Columbus up by 7. Williams skips it out to the right side. Garski for 3 off the rim, no good. Wolf gathers the rebound. Wolf gets it ahead and threw it away. Jumped in the air, and that caused his pass to go awry. Flaker with the thievery. Now Flaker into the front court. Flaker pounds the dribble and lost it off his leg. Turnover, Pacelli. Konechny into the front court. Gets it to the corner. That's a 3-ball by Becker, and it is good. This Dons team, for as long as I can remember, they could stroke the 3 with the best of them. They've got 5 3-pointers as a team, and they are up 22-12. Now a turnover by Vogel. Here's Weiland ahead to Becker, and his layup is good. Ray Becker with a quick 5-point flurry. And the Dons have doubled up the Cardinals at 24-12. 9.5 left in this first half. Here's Flaker for 3 off the rim, no good. Boarded by Jack Kolbeck. Kolbeck gets it out to Weiland. Into the corner. Konechny for 3 again is good. Cardinals have no answer for Konechny. They will take a timeout. We take one with them. 27-12 Dons. We're back after this minute break here on Zaleski Sports.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
And we bring you back out to Pacelli. Our game broadcast brought to you in part by Simplicity CU. They bring home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. As we bring you out to Pacelli, the Dons have gone on a flurry here, as I believe they're in the midst of a 10-0 run. Here's Williams for 2, and he scores. That breaks the streak of Columbus. I believe it was an 11-0 run, if I recall. Dons quickly up the court. Boy, they don't give you a chance to breathe. Holding it on the wing now is Wolf. Wolf cycles it around. Devlin Timler into the game for the Dons. Konitschke around a screen. Gives it up to Ray Becker. Now right side to Elijah Wolf. Wolf skips it to the corner. It's tipped out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Dons. Carter Sommer back into the game. 8:31 remaining. Konitschke comes out. It's a break for the Cardinals anytime you don't see him on the floor. Boy, he's just a terrific player. But anytime you get a coach's kid who can play as well as he does, they're fun to watch. They could be a nightmare for any opponent, that's for sure. Now left wing, it's Timler. Put it in the post to Sommer. Sommer pounds the dribble. Cardinals will double team it. Give it up to Kolbeck. Now Timler gives it back. Sommer down the lane, goes up and scores. Carter Sommer for 2. He has 5. And it is a 29-14 ball game. 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Now into the game is Nelson. He gets it out to Schober. His shot is short of the rim, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Columbus basketball. 29-14 your score in favor of Marshfield Columbus. Mentioned before, these two squads undefeated in their respective conferences. Columbus with only 2 losses on the year. Cardinals come in 4-6. Sommer out top. Cycles it out to Wolf. Puts it back into the corner. 2-man game with Kolbeck. Wolf bounces off a defender. Pass inside Sommer. Got tied up, and Wolf recovers. Wolf now brings the ball back out top. Wolf gives it up now to Becker. Becker now right side. Holding, looking. They get it to the corner to Wolf. Wolf back out now to Sommer. He'll skip it out to Becker. Inside Nelson tips it away. Battle for the ball, and it's going to be a held ball. It's going to be Columbus basketball on the baseline. 29-14 your score. Holding the ball is Timler. Timler looking, got it inside. Sommer goes up, shot is good. Took a pretty good hit there in the baseline, but Sommer still scores. 31-14 Dons. Now Williams into the front court. Got it out to Reimer into the game for Pacelli. Williams with the ball, skips it out to Nelson. Nelson into the corner, Flaker. Double team, cycles it back out to Nelson. Bit of a 1-3-1 half-court trap by the Dons. Here's Williams. He'll pull up from 15. That's short. Boarded by Kolbeck, but he lost it out of bounds. Dons with a slew of subs. They bring back in the cavalry as the 3 starters come back in, and Konitschke, Weiland, and Hilgeman. Cardinals inbound on the baseline. Schober holding, looking, gets it into Williams. Back to Schober. He'll cycle it out to Williams. Williams skips it to Nelson. Against this defense, got to keep the ball moving and attack where you can. Pass inside is tipped out of bounds. This Dons team, they've been strong in the past few years and definitely no worse for wear this year. Again, a very good squad for Coach Joe Konitschke. Cardinals get it into Reimer. Reimer skips it out to Nelson. Nelson, top of the key. Holding, looking, pressured by Weiland. Reimer down the lane, gets it back out. Nelson for 3, misses to the left of the hoop, and it's boarded by Weiland. Into the front court, Sommer. Sommer gets it off to Konitschke. Konitschke pressured and steals it from Williams. Williams takes it the other way. Layup is good. Good defense by Jake Williams. Tough matchup with Konechny, but he really stepped up there and took away the dribble. Now Sommer down the lane, and he's going to go to the free throw line as he takes a good hit there. Foul's going to be on Reimer. Reimer's first, team foul number 4. So our Serve Pro free throw line, number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Sommer thus far with 7, make it 8. Barely touched the net on that one there. Game broadcast brought to you in part by Sherrill Tire and Auto Service, where you'll get your car done right. From oil changes and new tires to brakes, engine trouble and more, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Second free throw in the air, good by Sommer. Boy, he's got a nice touch for a big man. 33-16 Columbus, under 6 minutes to play in the half. Into the front court, Nelson gets it out to Williams. Williams crosses over his defender. Dons now still working that half-court trap. Now Schober with the ball on the wing, gave it up. Williams wide open 3, comes up short, boarded by Timler. He'll get it ahead to Sommer. Sommer hard to the rack, misses, but he'll go to the free throw line here. Foul's going to be on Sully Schober. His first, team foul number 5. Sommer back to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Schober tried to get back on D there. Looked like he may have maintained verticality, but a little bit too much body into him. First free throw no good by Sommer. He'll shoot once more at the Serve Pro free throw line. 33-16. Busy week for the Cardinals with ball games. We'll touch on that. Also the Dons, both of them have very busy weeks here as we hit, call it the dog days of the season here in mid-January. You're out of that holiday break and now into busy time. Pass tipped out of bounds by Sommer. Sommer, very good agility for a big man too. Not a big plotter in the post. He's a very agile young man. Cardinals need a bucket here, down 34-16. Schober with the ball on the wing, cycles it out to Reimer. Reimer holding it down low. They had Rebels cutting, didn't see him though, and now the Cardinals will reset. Nelson swings it to the corner. Rebels will back it out. Rebels gave it up to Williams, back to Reimer. Reimer, one dribble, nowhere to go to Nelson. Nelson feeds it inside. It's lost out of bounds. Going to say it's going to stay with the Cardinals. Our game broadcast is brought to us in part by Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Serving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. Cardinals get it in. Rebels, a flying right-hand shot is good. Crew up, Rebels for 2. He's got 4. Columbus lead cut to 34-18. Sommer into the front court. Got the ball out to Jansen. Jansen stopped there. Good defense by Schober. They're looking for Hilgeman in the block. Reimer, good job of keeping him off the block there. Now with the ball, Hilgeman gets it back though. Nice give and go between him and Konechny. All right, they set that one up well, and a timeout's going to be taken by the Columbus Dons. It's going to be a 30. We take one with them. They've doubled up the Cardinals 36-18, 4:21 left in the half. We're back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
And we're back out in Stevens Point. Dons of Columbus, as good as advertised, the number 5 team in the state of Wisconsin, leading Stevens Point Pacelli by a score of 36-18. 4:21 left before halftime. Cardinals with the ball into the front court. Flaker picked up his dribble right over the timeline. Not a good area to do it, and it's stolen away with the ball as Jansen tried to pass it across. That's going to be a kicking violation on the Cardinals. Cardinals broke the press, but then unfortunately a picked up dribble across the timeline and thievery by the Dons. Sommer gets it out to Jansen, back to Konitschke. He'll cycle it out to Weiland in the post, and a foul going to be called on the Cardinals here. It's going to be Reimer. Check it. Schober, his second, team foul number 6 on Pacelli. Dons will shoot the bonus on the next foul. Jansen passed it in, and Schober got a foot on it there. Garski's going to check in, I'm assuming for Schober, who now has 2 fouls. 4:01 left before the half. Dons up by 18. Weiland gets it in. 3-pointer on the way is good. Ben Weiland for 3. 5 Dons have scored. That is their 6th 3-pointer as a team. They lead 39-18. Cardinals get into the front court. Rebels. Got it back out to Nelson. Nelson goes baseline, turned away there. Pass off the knee of Flaker, went right to Garski. Now Flaker in the post, got it back out to Garski. Garski gives it up, Rebels, floating shot, too heavy, and it's boarded by Weiland. Here come the Dons. Konitschke skips it out, Sommer goes baseline. Sommer, hard up and under, shot is good. Carter Sommer is up to 12. And it is a 41-18 lead. Flaker on the wing. Gets it around the horn now to Nelson. Nelson gives it up to Reimer. Reimer, right wing and out of bounds, unfortunately. Nelson was cutting to the hoop, and Reimer threw it to the wing, and it went out of bounds. It's going to be Don basketball, just under 3 minutes remaining before halftime. Nicolay Bank, offering personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. Dons get it in the post to Sommer. Sommer backs in, dishes out. Jansen gave it up. Hilgeman, a tough shot is no good. But he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Crew Rebels picks up the foul. That is his second. Cardinals now have put the Dons into the bonus. Serve pro free throw line for Hilgeman is in the air. No good. He will shoot once more. Serve Pro, number 1 in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. 41-18 Columbus, dominating in this one thus far. Second free throw, Hilgeman is good, and he will be subbed out. Jack Kolbeck back into the game. This Dons roster, 5 seniors on the roster, and definitely a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with come the postseason. Here's Williams up the court for Pacelli. Token pressure by the Dons and a steal by Konitschke. He'll lead the break now to Becker. Becker up and under, back out, cycles it to Konitschke. He'll get it back in the post. Kolbeck, one dribble in, goes up, missed it, gets his own rebound, loses it out of bounds, and it's going to be Columbus basketball. 42-18 your score. Inbounding on the baseline. Dons get it in. They skip it back across. Sommer goes up inside, scored, and a foul. Bucket is good by Carter Sommer. He'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. Foul's going to be on Vogel, his second, team foul number 8. 44-18 Columbus. Sommer in the air. 3-point play is good. Sommer having a nice first half. 15 points for Sommer. Into the front court, the Cardinals come. Williams, a running layup is good. Well, the Cardinals, right there, quick fast break, and they were able to get that quick bucket. 45-20 the Dons lead. Sommer will come out. Back into the game is Elijah Wolf. Well, you know a team is solid when their leading scorer has 14, but then their other two leading scorers only have 3, and they're up a bundle. Here's a turnover by the Dons. Uncharacteristic turnover there as Rebels was able to take it away. Now Vogel on the wing gets it out to Flaker. Flaker gives it up to Garski. Inside, outside. Rebels open 3 is off the rim, no good. It is boarded by Kolbeck. Here come the Dons up the court. Minute 20 left before intermission. Left wing, holding, looking is Timler. Timler cycles it around the horn. That's Becker working with Wolf. Down to the corner to Konechki. Konechki really looking to try to get it to Kolbeck, and they get it to him inside. Kolbeck pounds the ball inside, goes up with the right hand and scores. Jack Kolbeck for 2. 47-20 Columbus. Williams gets it out to Rebels. He'll step into a 3, and that's good. Crew Rebels. From downtown, the third three-pointer as a team for Pacelli. Konechki pulls up from 15 and scores from the baseline. You get in a track meet with this Don squad, you could be asking for trouble. They are dangerous. Al Flaker into the front court, gives it up to Garski. Got it inside, and Vogel lost it out of bounds. Turnover by the Cardinals. It is going to be Columbus basketball. Dons get the ball in. Bringing it up the court now is Konechki, looking to hold for one shot. 15 seconds. Ray Becker out top, pressured by Garski. Becker, high ball screen, Konechki. Reverse pivot, Konechki fakes a 3, skips it inside. Wolf catches, goes up, off the rim, no good. Battle for the ball, and we are at the half. Your score is Marshfield Columbus 49, Stevens Point Pacelli 23. We'll take a break and be back with our halftime programming. We'll do it all after this 2-minute timeout. You're watching Pacelli boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversation.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
And we welcome you back out to the Student Activity Center as Stevens Point Pacelli trailing the Columbus Dons of Marshfield at the half by a score of 49-23. Let's take a look at our leading scorers in the first half. Pacelli was led in scoring by Bryce Flaker. He had 10. 7 for Crew Rebels. 6 for Jake Williams. So 3 Cardinals in the scoring column. 3 3-pointers for the Cardinals. 7 2-point field goals. The Cardinals 0 for 1 at the free throw line in that first half of play. For the Columbus Dons, they were led in scoring by Matt Konitsky. He had 16. 15 for Carter Summer. 8 for Caleb Hilgeman. 5 for Ray Becker. 3 for Ben Weiland. 2 for Jack Kolbeck. 7 3-point field goals for the Dons. 10 2-point field goals. And the Dons were 8 out of 12 from the free throw line in that first half of play. 49-23, the Dons of Marshfield Columbus leading the Cardinals of Stevens Point Pacelli. Our game broadcast is brought to you in part by Home Furniture. Fill your home with the best from Home Furniture: sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home Furniture. Locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. 49-23, your score at the half. Mentioned before, it's a busy week of sports for the Pacelli boys basketball team. They will be in action coming up on the 15th. That is Thursday, when they will host Port Edwards in a conference basketball matchup here at the Student Activity Center. And then over the weekend, on Saturday, I believe these 2 games will be on Zaleski Sports. The Cardinals will host Assumption in a boys-girls doubleheader. The boys take on Assumption at 3, and the girls will host Assumption at 4:45. So if you're looking for something to do on Saturday, that should be a terrific boys-girls basketball doubleheader coming up this coming Saturday when the Cardinals battle Assumption. And then they got a busy week next week. Monday, they host Shiocton. Tuesday, they host Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. So a lot of ball games coming up in a short period of time here for the Pacelli boys basketball team. As for the Columbus Dons, after tonight, they too get things going in earnest this week, as on Thursday they'll be at Owen Withy to take on the Blackhawks, and then Saturday they too will be back in action. It'll be a make-up conference basketball game. It should be a dandy, and it's at Spencer High School. They take on the Rockets, who are 11-1 on the season. So a big matchup for the Columbus Dons coming up, as they will be locking horns with Spencer. I believe that's their first matchup against Spencer this season. Here tonight, the Cardinals trail the Columbus Dons by a score of 49-23. We're back with more of our halftime programming after this 90-second timeout. You're watching high school boys basketball action on Zaleski Sports.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
About 2 minutes away here from the start of action in the second half, as the Pacelli Cardinals trail here at the half by a score of 49-23. Cardinals in that first half, they were hanging with the Dons for a little bit. I mean, the game was only a 6-point deficit, I believe, at 18-12. But the Dons really opened it up with some marksmanship from behind the arc. And again, 6 players in the scoring column. Their second and third leading scorers barely have scratched the surface here tonight, as they only had 3 points between Wolf and Weiland. But you've got Summer, who's got 15, Hilgeman with 8, and Konitschke with just another night at the office. 16 points in the first half, 2 points off his regular season scoring average. So the Dons, number 5 in the state of Wisconsin at 7-2 overall, 4-0 in the Clover Belt Conference, looking strong as ever here this evening. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with our second half after this 30-second timeout. You're watching high school boys basketball from Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
And we welcome you back out to the Student Activity Center. AJ Legman here with you. Angelica is our on-site studio engineer. Ready for second half of action between the Cardinals of Stevens Point Pacelli and the Marshfield Columbus Dons. Cardinals, same starting 5 of Garski, Williams, Vogel, Flaker, Rebels. Dons, same 5, Konitschke, Jansen, Weiland, Hilgeman, Summer. Cardinals into the front court. They'll have the first possession of the second half. Flaker holding, looking, gives it up to Williams. Williams gave up his dribble and had to get it out to Garski. Garski cycles it out to Flaker. Around the perimeter, the Cardinals go. And that's Garski inside. Vogel layup is heavy off the rim, no good. Summer leads the breakout. Cycles it back. Konitschke 3 is good. Matt Konitschke for 3. He has 19. Well, you can only hope when he's had a heater like he is tonight that you maintain the rest of their squad, because if you don't, it's going to be a long night. 52-23 Dons. Just underway in the second half. Williams gets it out to Flaker. Flaker gives it up to Vogel. Vogel back to Flaker. Flaker layup inside, no good. Rebound comes loose to Summer. His pass is errant, stolen by Williams. Williams into the front court, hoists a 3, and an out. Battle for the board. Rebels did a good job of crashing, but it was taken away by Hilgeman. Into the front court, Konitschke 3 is in and out. Boy, if that one would have went down, as that one came off the front rim. As Hilgeman with the putback for 2. 54-23, Rebels for 3, no good, boarded by Cade Jansen. Here come the Dons into the front court. Jansen gave it up to Weiland. Weiland into the corner, Konitschke. Works it around the horn to Jansen. Back to Weiland. Dribble drive, Flaker bodying him up there. Now they cycle it out to Summer. Summer back to the wing. Three-pointer on the way. Weiland, no good. And a board by Jansen. Jansen out to Summer. Summer down Main Street. Gave it up to Hilgeman. Hilgeman up and under inside. He's going to go to the free throw line as he was fouled on the way in. Serve Pro free throw line for Hilgeman. As the Cardinals unable to keep the Dons from coming through there. Free throw in the air is no good by Hilgeman. He will shoot once more. One more free throw here for Hilgeman. In the air, free throw no good, boarded by Vogel. So 2 misses by Hilgeman. Into the front court now comes Flaker. Flaker holding, gets it out, stolen away. That's Jansen. Jansen with the thievery and layup at the other end. 56-23 your score. 15.5 minutes remaining. Into the front court now. Garski had it taken away by Jansen. Jansen all the way to the other end, missed the layup. Garski will get it back there. Garski gets it ahead. Flaker saves it in. Rebels a dribble underneath, goes up, turnaround shot goes in and out. I don't know, Rebels right there. And then a turnover as Williams comes through. Good effort there by Williams as he came up with the steal and scores the bucket. 56-25. Now Konechny into the front court. Got it inside Summer. Wraparound. Hilgeman. Hilgeman catches and he'll hold there. Goes up. Wild shot misses. Tap out rebound to Konechny. Konechny swings it to the corner. Jansen. Jansen cycles it out. Ball lost and stolen by Flaker. Cardinals have stepped up the defense in the second half. Dons have a few turnovers. Now Williams. He'll pull up for 2. That's a long 2. Jake Williams heating up in the second half. He now is 10. 56-27. Summer with the ball out top to Hilgeman. Hilgeman right side for Weiland. Summer and Weiland working a 2-man game. Pass inside deflects off of Hilgeman's hands to Rebels and out of bounds. Max Nelson back into the game for Pacelli. 56-27 your score. 14-14 left in this second half. Now Jansen holding, looking, pumps, lobs it out. Caught there by Weiland. Weiland gets it back to Konechny. To the corner they go. Weiland. His pass tipped by Williams. Cardinals doing a better job at getting some tips here, and a foul is going to be called on Williams. His first, team foul number 1 in the second half, or check it, team foul 2 in the second half. 14:02 remaining. Don's inbound on the sideline. Konechny got the ball in to Summer. Summer to the wing. Weiland open 3, no good. Battle for the board, and Rebels secures it for the Cardinals. Got it ahead now to Williams. Williams into the front court to Garski. Garski gives it up to Nelson, top of the key. Nelson directs traffic. Holding, skips it out to Williams. Williams holding, and a timeout's going to be taken. I believe it's going to be a full timeout. It's going to be a long one. 13:35 left, 56-27 Columbus. We're back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Littlest thing of walking or just being able to get around the community or walk to the grocery store or walk around the grocery store is just something little, but that is such an impactful thing, I think, to the patient to say, okay, well, I have 5 other things, but you were able to just help me with one of them. And I think that is gratifying for me personally, just to help even one small aspect of their life.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
And we're back out at Pacelli A.J. Ligman with you here in the second half. Cardinals of Stevens Point Pacelli trailing the Columbus Dons by a count of 56-27. There's 49-23 at the half. Cardinals now into the front court. Holding, looking. Ball pass right wing Nelson. Caught by Williams, threw it away. Steal by Konechny. Konechny into the front court. Stops his dribble, got it out. That's Weiland for three. Off the rim, no good. Colbeck, the offensive board. He'll cycle it out to Betker. They work it around the horn. Holding, Summer goes baseline. Strong move, blocked by Reimer. A good defense there by Nolan Reimer to step in and be able to block that shot. They get it back to Reimer at the other end, and it's off of his hands and a steal. Steal by Ben Weiland. Weiland into the front court. Gets it out to Jansen for three. That's no good. And it's boarded by Williams. 56-27 your score. 12:35 and counting in this second half. Rebels boxed up in the corner, nowhere to go, and a timeout taken by Pacelli. It's going to be a full or 30. It's going to have to be a full timeout taken by Pacelli. We take one with them. 56-27 Dons. We're back after this minute break. You're watching high school boys basketball from Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at Meda Custom.
We are out of a full Pacelli timeout. 12 and a half minutes left in regulation. Cardinals with the basketball. Williams out top. Williams, step back 18-footer is short. Boarded by the Columbus Dons' Devin Timler. Dons up the court. Timler holding, looking. Got it out to Ben Weiland. Weiland on the wing, needs help. Got it to Colbeck. Colbeck, back right side, Timler. Got a man on the post, Jackson. They cycle it back out to Wolf. Wolf gives it up right wing to Ray Becker. Becker out to Weiland. Weiland got it left wing now to Timler. Timler gives it back up to Becker. Becker working with Wolf. Wolf pounds the dribble, tipped away by Williams. It's going to go out of bounds. 11:47 remaining in this second half. Wolf holding on the wing. Gets it in to Ray Becker. Becker out top, down the lane, inside. Nice wraparound pass. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was tipped by the Cardinals last. 56-27 your score. Holding, looking on the baseline is Timler. Gets it into Wolf. Wolf skips it out to Weiland. Weiland back out left wing to Timler. Don's very patient on this possession. Looking for that perfect shot. They get it into the wing now is Timler. Cardinals playing tough D too, forcing the Dons more out in the perimeter. Now Weiland, dribble drive penetration. Gets it out to the wing. That's a three on the way. Good for Ray Becker. Becker for three. That is 9 3-point field goals for the Columbus Dons here tonight. Nelson with the ball out top. Good backdoor cut. Reimer layup is good. Nolan Reimer for two. As he did a nice move there, Nelson set him up. Now the other way is Wolf. His layup comes up short. Battle for the board. Grabbed by Weiland. Got it out to Colbeck. Now they work it right side to Wolf. Wolf pressured by Rebels. They work it to the corner. Give it back out to Timler. Timler looking inside. Gets it to Colbeck. Colbeck establishes position. Quadruple team, got it out. Three-pointer on the way, in and out. Timler, the offensive board. Lost it off a Cardinal, and it's going to stay with Columbus. Boy, Timler was amongst 3 Cardinals there and came away with the rebound. Good work by the junior guard. Inbounding on the baseline. They get it in. Three-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good. Colbeck was able to tip the rebound, and he got it to Williams. Williams up the court for Pacelli. Into the front court. Williams hard to the rack, and they're going to call foul on the Dons here. It's going to be called on Wolf. His first, team foul number 1. 10:08 remaining in this second half of play. 59-29 your score. Schober inbounding, gets it into Rebels. Rebels pounds the dribble. Rebels into the lane, floating 10-foot shot is good. But Crew Rebels, he has shown the penchant to go on a scoring run. He's up to 9. Just doesn't really, he's got to really find his rhythm to get that good shot. Can be a nice offensive player for the Cardinals. Now the ball handle out top, and a foul is going to be called on Williams here. His second, team foul number 3. Dons will inbound on the sideline. Wolf gets it in to Ray Becker. Becker pounds the ball out top. Becker, Reimer bodies him up. Good defense there by Reimer. Now Colbeck, top of the key, gave it up to Timler. Timler, back out top, Colbeck. They working around the perimeter. Wolf gave it up to Weiland. Back to Wolf. Wolf floating 15-footer is no good. Rebounded by Williams. Cardinals done a better job of containing this Dons attack in the second half. Reimer passed down low to Nelson, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Cardinal player. It'll be Dons basketball. Our game broadcast is brought to you in part by the good folks at SPO, that's Stevens Point Orthopedics, proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this winter. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. 715-344-0701, Stevens Point Orthopedics. Now Timler gets it inside. Good job by Williams to come over the top there. He was being backed in by Wolf, but Williams used his athleticism to get around him. Now Nelson into the front court. Nelson goes to the wing, and a moving screen is going to be called air. Going to be called on Reimer. Reimer's second, team foul number 4 on the Cardinals. Hilgeman and Sommer back into the game for Colbeck and Wolf. 59-31 your score. Dons will get the ball in. It's Ray Becker. Becker will walk the ball into the front court. Got it out to Weiland. Weiland circles the dribble back out to Sommer. Looking inside, couldn't get it to Hilgeman. They do get it out. Weiland for 3 is good. Ben Weiland with 6. And into the game again is Cade Jansen. Comes in for Weiland. Cardinals will substitute. Garski back in along with Vogel. Schober also back into the game for Pacelli. 8:15 left in this one. 62-31. Dons look like they're headed towards their 8th win of the year. Garski with the ball out top. Goes to the wing, hands it off to Schober. Schober back out to Flaker. Flaker gives it up now to Reimer. Reimer dribble drive. Looking back door, unable to get it to anybody. Gives it up to Schober. Schober up and under move. Heavy off the rim. Boarded by Timler. Dons into the front court. Sommer gives it back out to Timler. Timler into the lane. Triple team. Got it back out to Jackson. Now Jansen for 3 from the corner. That's no good. And it's going to be Cardinal basketball. Off of the Dons last. Dons have cooled down a little bit from beyond the arc after they'd started out so hot. 62-31 your score. 7:31 remaining in this one. Into the front court now is Garski. Got it out to Schober. Schober skips it to the right wing to Flaker. Back out now to Garski. Garski dribble, drive, lost it, regathers, and gets it to Vogel. Garski now brings it into the lane, pulls up from 10 and banks it home. Boy, degree of difficulty about a 9.2, and Garski buries it there. And give him credit for staying aggressive. As the Dons quickly the other way, Sommer out to Jansen. Now to Timler. Into the corner for Becker. Becker got it inside. Hilgeman up and under for 2. Hilgeman up to 12. And the whistle sounds. Checking on Reimer. I don't know if he has maybe some blood or what. Checking his hand. Referee Justin Hopt walking him over there. Substitution, Colbeck back in for the Dons. Cardinals counter with Flaker. Flaker had a really nice first half, 10 points, is yet to score here in the second half. 64-33 your score. 6.5 minutes left in regulation. Schober out top, gives it up to Flaker. Back out Williams, lost the ball but then regathered. Williams in deep, passes out of bounds. Turnover to the Dons. Our game broadcast tonight, I'd like to thank all our fine sponsors, was brought to us in part by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Stevens Point Brewery, Lier's Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Pertessi Pizza. Dons into the front court. Kay Jansen got it inside. Hilgeman will score again. Hilgeman, a good job pinning his defender behind him. He's up to 14. 66-33 your score. Flaker gets it outside now to Reimer. Now Schober holds it back out to Williams. Williams goes hard to the rack. Layup is good. Jake Williams up to 12. 66-35 your score. 5:45 remaining in this second half. Ball now lost by the dribbler, but it came to Colbeck. Boy, what a fortunate bounce that was. And then the three-pointer is buried by Becker. Boy, not much you can do there. Becker had to go off his foot, rolled to the wing. Colbeck gave it right back to Becker for the 3. 69-35. Garski out top to Williams. Williams pulls up for 3. No good. Boarded by Hilgeman. Hilgeman leads the break. Hilgeman dishes to Colbeck. He'll give it up to Timler. Timler baseline back out to Jansen. Here's Hilgeman, open 3, and he buries it off the backboard and in. 30-second timeout taken by the Dons. His teammates love that one. My guess is he doesn't shoot many threes, and well, I guess that's why the backboard's there, right? He used it to his advantage. 12 three-pointers as a team for the Columbus Dons. They lead 72-35. They take a quick timeout to get some subs in. Our game broadcast brought to you in part by Valley Communities Credit Union for 90 years. Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team, local, trusted, strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. And don't forget our post-game show to follow, brought to us in part by Nasonville Dairy. We'll find out who's going to be in the house tonight. A lot of candidates here, and we're definitely not short on that this evening. Dons with several players who've had nice nights. We'll leave out to Coach. That doesn't make us be the bad guy, right? Turn it over to Coach Konitschke, who we'll talk to in the post-game show. Under 5 minutes left in regulation. Garski into the front court. Gets it out to Flaker. Flaker looking. Schober cuts through. Pass nearly stolen away by Wolf. Now Schober gets it back. Skips it to the corner. There's Flaker for 3. That comes up short. Boarded by Timler. Timler with the ball for the Dons. He gets it into the front court. Out to Colbeck. Colbeck gives it up to Wolf. Wolf off a ball screen. He's yet to score here tonight. Three-pointer in and out by Becker. Colbeck gets it back out to Timler. Another possession for the Dons. Tivler on the wing. Kolbeck, high ball screen. Got it back out to Becker. Becker in deep. Jansen, dribble, drive, rack, scores. Boy, Jansen short in stature, but boy, is he strong. Went through the forest there to get the bucket. 74-35. Here's Williams the other way. Layup is good. Jake Williams continues to have himself a nice night. He's got 8 in the second half, 14 for the game. Into the front court now comes Jansen. Gave it up to Timler. Timler skips it out. Kolbeck, he wants a 3 and hits. Boy, I think it's a prerequisite. If you play for Columbus, you better know how to shoot the 3. 77-37 your score. So we will run the clock for the duration of this contest. Excuse me, 3:18 and counting. Schober in deep. Schober goes up, missed the layup, but he'll go to the free throw line here. Sully Schober to the free throw line to shoot the second and third free throws the Cardinals will shoot this evening. Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro, the #1 in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Schober eyes the bucket. Free throw is in the air and good. He will shoot once more. We've got a host of Dons coming in here. Let's get them some recognition. Nolan Frayne, Rocco Maher, Davis Vinedge, and number 13. He is not in the scorecard here tonight, so he's going incognito here this evening. Free throw in the air. Schober is good. He hits a pair. And another Don into the game, number 25, with no name in the scorecard. I guess we do it the old-fashioned way. Don's with the ball into the front court. They control up 77-39. Handling on the wing, ball passed out. Controlling there is Meyer. Meyer got it inside. It's tipped off the Cardinals out of bounds. Again, don't forget, post-game show to follow. We will talk with our player of the game and more in the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Here's a steal by Reimer. Reimer the other way. Layup is good. Nolan Reimer playing hard, coming up with the steal and the bucket there. 77-41. Down a minute 20 left. Maher dribble drive down the lane. Layup's a little heavy, and it's boarded by Reimer. Reimer the other way for the Cardinals. Got it up to Nelson. Nelson gets it out to Williams. Williams dribble drives, sheds off a defender. Bucket is up and good. Williams for 2. He ends his night with 16. Slew of reserves for the Cardinals. Sam Westrick, Avon Bebenik, also into the game. Jake Meyer. And number 2, I believe that's Dominic Sackman, also into the game. Always good to see these players get an opportunity. They're always working hard. You want to get that chance. 1 minute left in regulation. Dons with the ball. Out top. They get it. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Boarded by Sackman. As we go into a minute to play in regulation. Columbus Dons are going to pick up win number 8 on the season. A turnover by the Cardinals as the ball goes out of bounds. Dons with Owen Withy this week and Spencer coming up on Saturday. 35 seconds left in this one. Smith gets the ball out to Nolan Frayne. Frayne to the wing. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Boarded by Meyer. Good job there by Jake Meyer. Errant pass stolen by Maher. He'll get it ahead. Coach Konitsky says just pull it out here. Let's dribble this one out and head home with a victory here tonight. As the Dons will pick up the victory here, 77-43 over the Pacelli Cardinals. Dons outscore the Cardinals 23-20 in the second half, and they pick up the victory here tonight on the road. We'll take a break, be back with our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. We'll do that all after these messages as you're listening to boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And we welcome you back out to the Student Activity Center. A.J. Ligman with you. 77-43 the final here tonight. Columbus Dons defeat the Pacelli Cardinals. Let's take a look at our final scoring in this one while we wait for Dons head basketball coach Joe Konitschke here in the postgame show. Dons were led in scoring by Matt Konitschke at 19 points, 16 of those in the first half. 17 for Caleb Hilgeman, 15 for Carter Summer, 11 for Ray Becker. So 4 Dons basketball players in double figures here this evening. 6 for Ben Weiland, 5 for Jack Kolbeck, and 4 for Cade Jansen. 15 two-point field goals for the Dons, 13 three-point field goals. Again, this team is phenomenal. They come off the bus shooting threes and making them at a high efficiency rate. They go 8 out of 13 from the free throw line, do the Columbus Dons, for their 77 points. For the Pacelli Cardinals, they were led in scoring by Jake Williams. He had 16 points. Nice ball game for the junior. He had 10 of those in the second half. 10 for Bryce Flaker. 9 for Crew Rebels. 4 for Nolan Reimer. 2 apiece for Sully Schober and Jaden Garski. 16 two-point field goals for the Pacelli Cardinals. They hit 3 three-point field goals, and 2 out of 3 from the free throw line were the Pacelli Cardinals in this game contest here this evening. As we continue in the Nasonville Dairy post-game show, head coach Joe Konitschke coming out and joining us. We'll get to talk to, looks like, Mr. Hilgeman. He had himself a nice game, so we'll get to talk to him. And, Coach, boy, it's a prerequisite at Columbus to be able to shoot the three, I think, man. You had multiple guys who made three-pointers here tonight, 13 three-pointers as a team. You go away winning this non-conference battle fairly easily. again, Columbus showing you're going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the postseason.
We hope so. You know, these young men put a lot of time into that, and it's really nice to be balanced, you know, or if one kid doesn't shoot it well or they try to take away Mac or Ben or Carter. You know, tonight Caleb had a great game. Ray Becker shot it really well tonight, and then like Elijah Wolf and 3 or 4, you know, all these guys off the bench too. Just when it's your turn, you got to knock one down, and I think they bought into that and put some time, and it's really great to see this guy back. You know, we missed him 7 or 8 games to start the year. It's a process to make sure we have him at the end of the season. And I know kind of like 2 years ago with Emmett where he gets a little frustrated maybe, like wants to be in there all the time, but he's a very key piece, and we're trying to make sure we do it right. But tonight he took another step, and it's very exciting for our team.
And tonight, Cardinals didn't have any answer for Hilgeman nor Summer on the inside. I thought you guys did a really good job of getting them involved early, and that just opens up your outside game and makes you guys that much more dangerous.
Yeah, I thought Caleb did a really good job of sealing. You know, so when we did penetrate, he was an option, and then he does a really good job of seeing the floor once he does get it down there to find shooters. So, you know, if him and Carter can need to work together, you know, we got Jack with some size off the bench. We got Elijah with some length, Mac with some length. It's a good group, and it's a really fun group of boys. So I'm excited to be their coach.
You hit it in the head. I mean, they obviously just don't show up for basketball season and say, hey, we're just going to start getting after it. I mean, this is a year-round process, I'm sure, from the time they were yay big until now to get to this point.
It is. You know, since 4K or kindergarten Saturday mornings, it's something that's important to them. It's important that they see each other succeed, which is a key piece of it, and it's a fun group to be around.
Coach, final thought with you before we get to Caleb. I mean, what's a thing or two you want your team to work on here a little bit more? You've had some nice success here early on. You're 8-2. You're undefeated in conference play. But what's a thing or two you'd like you to see shore up here in the second half of the season?
Well, we're always trying to improve defensively. You know, that's something that can never go away. We're going to have nights we don't shoot it well, but if we can hold the other team to a certain point total and give ourselves a chance even when we don't, that would be key. And then rebounding's an issue. You know, with Caleb back, that'll help. But with Sam Dooms, the young man we lost last year, was one of the best rebounders we've ever had. So it's been a focal point to replace him. And, you know, we have pieces and potential, and hopefully it continues to improve daily.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time here tonight. Congrats on the victory. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you for the coverage. We sure appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Head coach Joe Konitschke. Now we bring in the young man, Caleb Hilgeman. 17 points here tonight. And, boy, you were just a load inside for the Cardinals. Just talk about how, like Coach said, you used that big frame of yours to your advantage here this evening.
Yeah, so I put a lot of work in, obviously, to get a lot bigger, and I put on a lot of weight in the last offseason. And with my knee injury, it's obviously a lot harder to be able to get back in the weight room and continue to put weight on. But, yeah, and then I like to focus on, you know, getting the ball in the post and then getting it out to my shooters especially, so, yeah.
You mentioned the injury. You know, talk about the process it took for you to come back from that and everything to get back to this point. I mean, there had to be some days where you wonder, boy, am I going to get back out doing the things that I love to do? Just talk about what you had to do to be able to will through that.
Yeah, for sure. There was definitely a lot of PT involved and a lot of specific exercises that I had to do, mostly isolation stuff. And on the mental side, it was pretty difficult too because, you know, it kind of ruined my world as soon as it happened. But yeah.
Well, I give you credit. You definitely have come out and had a really nice game here tonight. Talk about this team here as a whole. I mean, you guys are 8-2. Obviously, expectations at Columbus are always high. You should be competing for conference championships, hopefully making a run down to the state tournament. Just talk about what it's like to have this squad of kids who have high expectations.
Yeah, we got a really special group of guys, and I mean, we're all great friends and just the camaraderie of the team. So I think that really helps out a lot too.
Your outside prowess too. You hit a three-pointer here tonight. Like I said, did you call bank on it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take that there. But I mean, for this squad, this is a fun system. It looks like to play in because you guys are aggressive. Everybody seems to have the green light, and as a player, I think you got to relish to have that type of flexibility with a coach like Coach Konitschke.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a lot of fun to be back, and I'm more than excited to be back. So yeah.
Definitely shows on your face. You guys got a big week ahead of you. Owen Withy coming up, and then a big matchup with Spencer on Saturday. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that. Well, you are Zaleski sports player in the house. I'm going to give you the mic. You look up at the camera there at Angelica. Say your name, say where you're from, and let them know that you're in the house here tonight, okay?
My name's Caleb Hilgeman, and I'm in the house.
Awesome. Good job. Congrats. Good luck this year. All right, Caleb Hilgeman joining us. He's in the house here tonight. 17 points. He gets a nice round of applause from his teammates there. I'd say that's It's one of the highlights of the game. They want to know who's going to be in the house, and his teammates love it. And the young man battling back from injury, the knee injury that obviously looks like he's doing very well and moving around here tonight. He scores 17, the second leading scorer on the Dons here tonight. And as Coach Konitsky mentioned, coming into the game, you had Elijah Wolf averaging 10 points per game, and Ben Weiland. Between the two of them, they only had 6. So the rest of the Dons stepping it up here tonight. 4 players in double figures. They improved to 8-2 in the season. Cardinals fall to 4-7. They were led in scoring by Jake Williams. Well, that wraps up our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Big thanks to Angelica doing all the hard work here tonight, keeping us on the line and playing all the great sponsors who bring you high school sports here on Zaleski Sports. A.J. Ligman bidding you one final goodbye from the Student Activity Center in Stevens Point. 77-43. Columbus over Pacelli in non-conference boys basketball. Have yourselves a great Monday evening.